Alrighty, looking like we're going straight to qualifying. Not a long practice tonight, so kicked off the broadcast early tonight. Thank you for joining us here on SJRN. Zach Chapman bringing us our first fun run of the week 12 here on Tuesday night. Watching Brandon Templeton get into the wall right now. Now moving on to Cullen Johnston here. And as people start to put in lap times, we'll start to see it update here, get a live scoring. But thank you for joining us tonight. It's just a fun week here for us. Nothing important, no points, no protests. We're just out here to enjoy some different cars and just have some fun, blow off some steam. This is going to be the first of 3 shows tonight. This one's going to go 55 laps, I believe. Then we have our Hawkeye Challenge, which are going to be legend cars. These midget cars, which you're watching right now, 305 sprint cars. They're going to go 25 laps tonight. Then we're going to finish off the night with a street stock 50 lapper. Not too sure if that's going to be an enduro or not. I'll do a little bit more research in between sessions here, but should be a fun night. The street stocks at the end, always a good way to get to blow off some steam. Even if it's not a demo derby, you can rub tires and bang a little bit in those. It's nice to see them out on the schedule tonight. But looking not too much time left here in qualifying, so it should be kicking off. We got Brian Dickens on the pole right now. And this is Jeff Barker. He's currently 3rd on the timing sheet. This little bull ring, it's basically like 14th of a mile, super small. So I'm sure we're going to see guys rubbing a little bit tonight. To my knowledge, we have not run this track yet in our seasons, so definitely going to be little bit of a learning curve here. Not too many guys though on the track, so I'm sure they'll spread it out here. Maybe a little bit into the feature, try to learn a little bit off the guy in front of you and go at it. But definitely should see some exciting racing. Like now you're seeing Jeff just take advantage of this extra. Nothing forces you to pull off the track, so he just gets to drive around, test a little bit, learn different lines, try to find out what's competitive, and just using it as, an extra practice session because, like I said earlier, I started it up when I noticed they were going in. They set it up with only 10 minutes of practice, so I don't think that was intentional. But let's see here. Let's give you the grid here. All right, so starting off on the pole tonight, we got the 122 of Brian Dickens. Starting beside him, the 513 of Jeff Barker. Row number 2, we got the 31 of Brandon Templeton. On the outside, Cullen Johnston in the number 13. Your last row, we've got John Rayner starting on the inside in the 302, and Steve Maurer starting in 6th and final position in the 888. Like I say, it's going to be a new track here for everyone, basically. So, something exciting could happen here, but other than, maybe an accident, by accident, I wouldn't look for too much crazy passing. I think you're going to see people searching for lines and trying to find what's fast here. But as the pace car pulls off, we're coming to the green flag here. Green. And the green is out, and Dickens gets a fairly good restart. Held on the bottom there as Barker does a good job of holding him down. But Barker slides up pretty high there, and Brandon Templeton's able to pass for 2nd position here. Try to go on board here of Brandon Templeton right above here. See Brandon, he's really driving in very aggressive. You see he got a real big run. He had to back it up, but I think the bottom is where you want to be, so he doesn't want to get caught up high, but at the same time, you got to be good to that guy in front of you. You got cars bumping around in the back. It looked like Jeff Barker maybe got into something. They're spreading out a little bit. But meanwhile, at the front, 2-car battle basically for the lead. Brandon Templeton's just hoping Dickens can mess up. There's 3 to go as they come by this time. We got 2 to go. Dickens might come up on lap traffic here. Dickens really letting it sail. He's got a good entry into turn 3 as the white flag comes out. Final lap. Coming out of turn 4, Dickens, pulls a wheelie a little bit, but enough. He hung on to it. And he's going to be your heat race winner tonight, with Brandon Templeton finishing 2nd, Steve Maurer finishing 3rd, John Rayner finishing 4th, Cullen Johnson finishing 5th, and Jeff Barker bringing up the rear in 6th place. All right, so no warm-up I'm seeing. Oh, wait, no, heat number 2. Heat number 2. What am I doing? Rookie mistake here. All right, good here for heat number 2. We got our pole sitter, Bob DeGood. Starting on the outside of him, we have the 30 of Stephen Goldner. Starting in the inside of row number 2, we have Barry Goldner in the number 36. Roger Craig is slated to start on the outside of row number 2 in the 747. Haven't seen him grid up yet, but he is slated to start 4th. And we have Joe Canella starting on your last starting position in 5th. On the inside of row number 3, and your number 1 Who Let the Dogs Out machine. Looking here, heat race number 2. I imagine, you're going to see guys like Goldner starting in 2nd. He's not going to want to be up high from what we saw there in heat race number 1. And I believe, he's going to do his best to try to get down to the bottom as quick as he can, because it's going to be, you do not want to get hung outside. But I imagine having your father there starting in 3rd might not be the person you want there, because I know if that's my dad behind me, he's going to race me harder than probably anyone. But we'll have to see here as the pace truck pulls off, and we're lining them up, getting ready to take the green here, going into 3. Low and slow, time to go. Green flag's out, and Bob DeGood on the hammer. But Stephen Goldner with a really good restart, hooked up real well coming out of 4, and he's your new leader out of 2. Stephen Goldner just really, he's doing a great job. Drives sprint cars in real life. It shows he got a good feel for these things, and he's really hooking it up. We're going to go back here and check out the battle for 3rd. Pretty much everybody kind of spreading out, doing their own thing. Bob DeGood clear in 2nd. He's got a 2.5 over Joe Canellas, and Joe Canellas has 3 seconds over Barry Goldner. So big gaps throughout the field. Maybe, this will give us a time to maybe go on board of Stephen Goldner and just see what, he's running 8.82 seconds was his fastest lap. Next closest is Bob DeGood at a 9.2. So, this is just, he's got a feel for this, and you can hear it. Just real easy on the throttle in the corner, and then trying to get as close as he can to full throttle without pulling that wheelie. But Stephen Goldner is quick right now. And the checkered flag is out. I do believe here everybody's coming around. Stephen Goldner is going to be your heat race number 2 winner. Bob DeGood finishing 2nd. Joe Canellas in 3rd. And Barry Goldner rounding out the field in 4th. All right, warm-up time here. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
For Lucy Olson, she has her first point.
Yeah, Lucy Olson, talented sophomore.
Alrighty, we are back live here. Bringing us in from intermission here. We're going to go 55 laps in this thing. Let's give you the starting order here. We got Stephen Goldner in the 30 starting in position number 1. Brian Dickens starting in number 2. Bob Good starting in the outside of row number 2. Sorry, they're moving. I got to it a little bit too late. Brandon Templeton starting in 3rd. Stephen Maurer starting in 5th. Joe Canella starting in 6th. Cullen Johnson starting in 7th. Barry Goldner starting in 8th. Jeff Barker starting in 9th. And Roger Craig rounding out the field in 10th. Here's the pace car is off, and we are getting ready to go green. Stephen Goldner leading them to the field. Or Brian Dickens leading them to the field, sorry. And it sounds like we got something going on. Jeff Barker involved. You got a couple cars, no caution, though. They're going to keep rolling. Stephen Goldner, he's trying to maybe get that high side to work, or maybe it's just because he can't get to the bottom because Brandon Templeton is all over him as he makes the pass for second coming out of 4. But Brian Dickens, he's really in a land of his own here. Maybe now that Brandon Templeton got around him, maybe he can settle in a groove and try to catch him as we go on board here. If you just listen, it's all about throttle control in these things. As you see, that they really do try to get on it in the middle of the straightaway, but they're just rolling back to it. Just maybe never fully coming out, trying to keep the RPMs up. Here's Brian Dickens coming up on lap traffic here. Let's give you a better view of this. Leopard getting up out of the way, though not going to be much of a problem as the top 3 are clear of lap traffic. Let's go ahead, let's take a look back here in 6th. Cullen Johnston running around kind of in his own little space. They're kind of pretty well spread out. We got a battle for Roger Craig crashed. Let's go ahead, let's take a look at this. Back. Rogers just going into turn 3. Just loses it. That was the caution, but it looked like somebody had already spun inside. Let's take a look and go back here. No, these are all under caution. Let's kick this thing back live here for us. So we got Brandon Templeton leading the field. Got 8 laps done out of 55. May go back to 7 here. I'm not sure if caution laps are counted. They are on the ticker, but we'll have to see if they update here. But looks like it's going to go double file here as they've got to hurry up and line up because we're getting ready to go. But Brandon Templeton low and slow, ready to go, leading them to the green flag, and we're firing coming out of 4. Good run out of the bottom for Brandon Templeton coming out of 1 and 2. He's the only guy to really keep it down there, and it seemed he had the best run. Everybody else maybe overdrove the corner a little bit, but getting a little racy back here for 3rd and 4th. Jeff Barker really looking coming down. We saw that happen live. Just big run coming out, and maybe wasn't aware of a car underneath him, and then getting tagged by Steve Maurer after. But let's go ahead. Let's go back and let's take a look at this. Just big run, not really aware of, not too sure who that was below him. Not Steve Maurer. Sorry, boys. First night on the sticks here. I'm trying to really get this down, but not going to be able to call out who that was. But I think Jeff knows, definitely didn't do that on purpose. Just ran it in pretty hard, got a big run out, and just tried to diamond it, bigger run as he could, and just happened to be a car underneath him. But, that kind of stuff's going to happen, and shake it off and move on. Week 12. It's looking like Brandon Templeton chose the bottom here, coming out of 4. Good jump again. Just does a good job of keeping it on the bottom. We'll have to see if Goldner kind of diamonded a little bit. He did get a good run, and now he's going to get a good run here in 3 and 4. We'll have to see if maybe he's figured something out. On board here. Stephen Goldner, going to see if he can't maybe try and run down Brandon Templeton. Just trying to put his head down, be as smooth as he can, but Brandon Templeton is one of the best we have in the league in these midget side. I mean, he's going to be a tough one to get. Maybe he'll have to try to use lap traffic as a pick here, but Brandon is slowly pulling away lap by lap, and if Goldner wants to use the lappers as a pick, he's going to need to be right on his bumper when he catches him, and he's just not going to be there, it doesn't look like. Goldner, big run on the lap car. Good job, no contact, and we have a crash. Look here on Barry Goldner. See what happened there. We're already roped up in front of him. Just nowhere for Barry to go. That's a tough one. But early on, I think unlimited quick repairs tonight. So you're going to see guys pulling in, repairing, being smart. You know, just you want to be in the not a lot of cars anyways, but you want to make sure you're in the top 3, top 4 with 15, 20 to go. Now is not real important. You're just learning. Plenty of time if you mess up to come back and learn from your mistake. The pace car is off, and Brandon Templeton's going to choose the bottom here again, it looks like. Can't blame him. He's been getting great starts here.
Green, green, green.
Another good jump. Goldner does do a good job, though, in that first lap. We saw it last time. He does a good job of diamonding, and there he goes. I mean, perfect in 3 and 4. Maybe fed him the right rear a little bit, but, Brandon's going to be kicking himself there, not Steven. He's going to be mad he left the door open as we have a lead change on lap 20. But now Steven Goldner, now he's got the lap car in front of him, and this is not going to be easy to get around. So, gonna have to really work hard here. Brandon Templeton, can't blame that. There, you got to move him a little bit. You're trying to go. You were the fastest car all race, and he's maybe driving a little frustrated now as you see him going down almost in the inside of the track there. We are coming up on lap 26, though. Looking lap 27, 55. We're going to call that the halfway point. So coming up this time, Steven Goldner looking like he's got a very fast hot rod at this halfway point. But looking back through the field, we do have maybe a battle brewing for Jeff Barker. Is starting to slowly reel in Joe Canellis there for 3rd place. Steven Goldner, he stretched that lead out to a 2nd, so he might have been saving that right rear tire a little bit. That's this tire model. That's been a big key to some of those guys like Blake Chapman and Steven Goldner. They do a great job of that. Oh, we saw Bob DeGood get into the outside tire barrier, the pit road exit. Let's go back. Let's give you a replay on that. That looked like he's going to feel that one in the morning. You see, that's him coming out of 2. So this will be turn 3 and 4. He's got a good run. He is up there pretty high. We haven't seen many guys get up that high, and that's why it's real tough to bring it back down. But you see, it blends in real easy as we see they're running the inside of the normal track we run here, Kern County, with the other cars. So it blends in real easy with that straightaway. And if you go up there, you just get hung up a little bit. You're over the berm. It can lead to a lot of trouble.
Green,
we saw that there as we go green here. Steven Goldner, good jump. He's going to have to make sure he doesn't open the door for Brandon like he did. And as I say that, Brandon couldn't keep it on the bottom. But Steven's going to try not to do that again here. Macy, he's moving up. I'm surprised that, maybe he thinks the race line has moved up. We haven't really seen anyone else move up, but Goldner's one of the best we have, and if he thinks it's time to go, it might be time to go. As we see, Brandon Templeton, he's not really, letting Goldner pull away, but he's not reeling Goldner in by any means. He's kind of at a stalemate. This is your best battle on the track here. We got Brandon Templeton trying to get his lead back. He's out front for the majority of the race and lost it on a restart. He left the door open to Steven Goldner and a little contact, and Goldner pounced on it. But it's looking like Goldner just might be too much for Brandon to run down tonight. He's moving up the track, and if Goldner moved up the track, like I said earlier, you know, he thinks it's faster, and if he discovered it before the guy behind him, man, all the more difficult on Brandon, because if Brandon's got to do it on the part of the track that's the slowest, it's going to be real difficult. As we see, Brandon, he is moving up the track. He's seeing Steven slowly pull away, and he's just trying to figure out if he can maybe do something different, run a little lower here or there to try to gain some ground, and maybe make a pass if he can gain some ground, because it's one thing to catch a guy, it's another thing to pass a guy here as we're coming up on 14 to go as they're going to cross the line this time by.
The yellow flag is out.
Got a caution. I'm seeing reports Barry Goldner crash. Let me go take a look at this. Been a tough night for Barry Goldner, as it would be if I was in one of these for me. He's around, just leaps it a little bit. Oh, tries to recover, and that was where, yeah, we heard the contact, or saw the contact there live with Goldner. He just got into his old man a little bit, but, you know, nothing really either one of them could do about that one there. Just Barry getting a little bit loose, and, you know, that's going to happen.
Green, green, green.
Let's go on Brandon Templeton's. I guess when that caution came out, oh yeah, because caution laps count tonight, I do believe. That was the NASCAR thing. I forgot to talk about that. So Brandon Templeton was ruled the leader there, I believe, unless maybe Goldner chose the outside. But it's looking like when the caution came out after the contact with his dad, maybe Brandon Templeton is your new leader. And Goldner getting a little sideways, just trying. Definitely frustrated after losing the lead like that. Just probably maybe overdriving a little bit as we have 10 to go. And Brandon Templeton now has a 1.7 second lead here with 9 to go. We're getting another caution out. Another caution here. See as we get the yellow flag here. Brandon Templeton. Let's take a look here. Colin Johnston. Oh no, it didn't go back to the thing. Give me 1 second here. There it was. We had caught it there right at the end. It was, I think Bob DeGood caught the tire opening again. Tough night for Bob. Steven Goldner also had gotten some damage, went in and pit. But Brandon Templeton, now your new leader. We're within 10 to go. We're going to restart here, single file. Pace truck is off, and he's leading us here to the green.
Green flag.
8 to go. Oh, Joe sent it in real hard. Not Joe. Who was that? Jeff Barker. It was Jeff Barker. Real hard. We're going to have another caution. Yeah, we'll take a look here. Just getting coming out, big jump. Oh, you see he pulled a wheelie, and then when it sits down, just not enough time to turn. Oh, Jeff's going to get a kick out of that when he watches this later. That might be make our C2C not top 10, but I love the wheelie, Jeff. I love the wheelie. I believe that's another thing with caution laps counting. I didn't think to realize that. Oh wait, no, it's standard 8. I don't think caution laps are counting, but it's going to be tough to
Green.
pit without going a lap down if they are. But Brandon leading them back to the green here with 7 to go. He just needs to be smooth. I think he realizes that. You're not going to see him try to run any qualifying laps here. You're just going to see him try to Just take it easy. Make sure he stays out of that slick on the entry and just try to hook it up. But we do have a battle for second heating up as Jeff Barker. Big move coming out of turn 4, and he's going to take over your second position here with 4 to go. Coming to 3 to go here. Barker's going to look to try to separate that a little bit and maybe secure his second spot here on the podium. The race for out front, it looks to be over. Brandon Templeton, 2.5 second lead coming up here on the white flag. And, just a big, big, big domination show from him here tonight. Going into turn 3, see Brandon Templeton, 3 second lead, just pouring it on him. We got a new feature winner tonight here in your C2C Fun Run midget race. We'll give these guys a chance to, I'm not sure if they're going to line up for a podium picture or not, but I will try to see if they want to come up in Discord here and try to see if I can get some interviews here tonight. Just not too sure if they're going to come up tonight and get their interviews or not. Kind of did this broadcast on a stealth notice, so not too sure if they know I'm up here or not, but we'll give it a little bit and see what's going on here. All right, I'm not seeing anybody come in here, so probably gonna scratch these interviews here. But we're gonna go to a quick intermission here, and we will be back following these announcements.
For Lucy Olson, she has her first point.
Yeah, Lucy Olson, talented sophomore.
She has her first point.
Yeah, Lucy Olson, talented sophomore.
All right, and we are going to be back live here for your C2C event, the Hawkeye Challenge. I'm going to be quiet here for a little bit because I'm going to try to get the tower. Oh, there we go. Nope, already figured out how to get the tower up. I was trying to load up a different version. Couldn't figure it out. Going to need my man Marty to really show me what we got going on here. But so in this event, you know, we try to run a Hawkeye Challenge almost every week 13. Try to have something fun. So what we're doing this event is we're going to have the midgets. You saw them in the last race. Then we're going to add to the mix, we're going to add the 305 sprint cars, which is what we're currently watching Steven Goldner wheeled around right now. And I'm going to try to find somewhere out here. Steven Bixler is running the legend car. Find a legend car here for you. They're pretty neat. They seem like, you know, they seem a little slower, but they are a handful. They can get sideways, as you see there. Must be sitting in here listening to me, trying to give us a demonstration. But they can get a little out of control, but they're a lot of fun, and you're going to see these guys put on a good show tonight. And like I said before, these are all about fun. I mean, nobody wants to drive through anyone, but if you get wrecked tonight, you're not going to be real pissed off or, you know, real angry. It's just kind of take it off the chin and go get them back in the street stock race here at the end. We're going to cut to a quick break here and let them get a little more practice in, and we'll be back here as they get ready to roll off for qualifying.
How about the reverse for Lucy Olsen? She has her first point.
Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
first point.
Yeah, Lucy Olson, talented sophomore.
And we're back here live on the Slide Job Racing Network here for C2C Tuesday Night Fun Run, Week 13. We're just out here piddling around, having fun. Right now we're watching Goldner drive around a 305 sprint car, one of the 3 cars in tonight's Hawkeye Challenges. It's looking like we got 4 guys in the 305s so far. We've got Brian Dickens, Stephen Goldner, Jacob Mossow, and Randy Shreves. Looking like we have 3 guys signed up for the dirt midgets. As you see John Krupa pull out on the track in his. He's one of them. Cullen Johnston's another. And the law firm John Hine is going to be the other one. Or the professor. Why did I say the law firm? That's Parker Price with a blank. That's my boss there. John Hine running around in the midget. And then we're going to have 5 guys here in the legend car. None of them are currently on the track, but as you can see, Joe Canellis there sitting in one. What they look like, we've got Joe Canellis, Stephen Bixler, Joe Mossow, Barry Goldner, and Roger Craig. It's looking like that's what we've got right now. We've got 12 guys signed up so far. Should be a good race though. Like I say, it's gonna be a lot of, have to get your elbows out, especially if you're Jacob Mossow, as we're about to look at in one of these sprint cars. It's, see him practicing up high. You're almost going to have to make that work, and you're going to have to hope the slow cars stick to the bottom because we're running the inside tonight. The inside oval. This thing's only like a 14th of a mile, real small. So you got to try to keep the motor wound up in these things, but at the same time, try to avoid the roadblocks of the slower cars in front of you. It is not going to be easy. Yeah, if you're watching tonight in the chat, maybe let us know who you're rooting for tonight. If you've got any enemies you're gonna go after in the street stocks, if you're watching, let us onto some plans here. Let us know what's gonna go on tonight. Also, if you're listening, I'm trying to do things like fine-tuning mics and stuff tonight. So if I'm ever quiet, if I'm ever too loud, if the race is too loud, whatnot, feel free to chime in that chat. Let me know what's going on. They might be practicing on the infield to see if they can ever have a demo derby in there. We may need to add that as a break if people need stress reliever. One of the midweeks next season. This looks like it's possibly a perfect demolition track. John Hines maybe listening, and he's going to go in and check it out too. All right, was wondering where everybody went. Looks like we are rolling into qualifying here, so I'll try to keep you updated a little bit, and we'll see if we can't follow some cars tonight. We got Roger Craig pulling out right now in one of the Legend cars. Pretty much everybody's out on the track now, so we'll just have to pay attention to the leaderboards together and try to see what's going on as we watch the timing screens on the bottom. You can see purple sectors, Stephen Goldner, purple. What that means is right now, purple in Sector 1. He has the fastest overall run out of anyone in Sector 1, and now his second lap here, purple-green. So he went purple in Sector 1, but was a little slower in Sector 2, as we see Jacob Massa with the quick man in Sector 2, and that's going to move Jacob Massa right now to pole position. Even though I'm seeing they both ran a 9.39, Jacob Massa and Stephen Goldner did, so that's... Wow, that's, you put them under a blanket, might be a good race here. Cullen Johnston really putting in a good lap in that midget car. Right now he was third, but moving to fourth. Randy Shreves just took over third in a 3:05 sprint. You kind of expect that, but Cullen with a pretty good lap there in the midget. Those midgets and Legend cars could be fairly similar on times tonight. It's going to be pretty close. It's going to all really depend on corner exit for the midget and see if they can hook up without pulling that wheelie like we saw Jeff Barker do in the last race. Just watch John Hine take some laps here. Get a little bit of extra warm-up laps here at the end of qualifying. Always the smart move. See how your car is handling. Wear down the track a little bit. Get it to your liking. So we'll go on the roll bar here to see what John's view is like. As you see, it's really all about, trying to keep the car as straight as you can. He's really trying to set himself up to be straight there on exit. As you see, he really had to crank the wheel right. But there, perfect coming out of two. Wheels nice and straight as he gets back into the gas. And in those midgets, that's what you're going to be looking to do all night tonight. It's all about that exit speed. Anybody can drive in there full throttle, like not use their head. But it takes a good guy to be able to pick up that throttle earlier than everyone and really keep up that speed. Let's go ahead and let's read off the starting grid here. So starting off, we're going to have three 305s at the front. Jacob Massa starting on the pole position. Stephen Goldner starting second. Randy Shreves starting in third. Next two cars are going to be dirt midgets. We've got Cullen Johnson starting in fourth and John Krupa starting in fifth. Next, we have three Legend cars. We're going to start out with Joe Massa starting in sixth. Barry Goldner starting in seventh. And Joe Canellas starting in the eighth position. And we'll have John Hine in a midget in ninth position, Stephen Bixler in a classic car, and Roger Craig in a classic car as well. So Brian Dickens, he did not make the grid. Not sure if maybe had something come up, but didn't make the grid, so hopefully we see him in the street stock race here. Here we go. They're going to be getting the one to go this time by. You see them reach in there, tighten up their belts, make sure they're strapped in because the pace car is off, and they are going to be trying their best to hold that pace speed. And when that green flag flies, you're going to see them put the hammer down. Here we go, low and slow, ready to go. Here we go. Jacob Mossau leading him to the green flag. Stephen Goldner with a good jump though on the outside, going to look to try to keep the momentum up, and he does. Going to try to keep a battle going here. He beat him to the line, Stephen Goldner did, but we've got a battle in our hands for the final. Oh, and meanwhile we got a caution. Caution is out. Let's check what happened here. Got my replay going quarter speed. Give me a second here. It's looking like John Hine, it said, was involved. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, just car in front of him maybe got a little loose, and he got up into him, and then yeah, just stuck. Nowhere for Bixler to go, and he just had to park it there. Pace car is off. Got the one to green there coming in the middle of 3 and 4. Here we go. Stephen Goldner with a great jump. Yep, looking to get right back to the top where he felt comfortable passing for the lead. Let's go back here and see what we got going on. We got the battle for the midget leads here going on between Cullen Johnston and John Krupa. Throwing a slider, just cleared him. Krupa did a great job of lifting the throttle, crossing him back up, and that's your battle for the lead. Oh, and we've got another caution out here. Another caution. Not too sure what's going on. Didn't get an update on that. I believe it may have been someone entering the pits from what I'm seeing. Like maybe whenever John Hahn went to enter the pits, it threw a caution. And that's just one of the things that we're going to have here. Smaller track, iRacing doesn't necessarily have all the caution points hooked up, and if you get a little sideways in the wrong spot when you're going off the track, caution can come out very fast. But see, we had a good battle there for the lead there in the midgets, but looking back at the legend cars, we've got Joe Musau winning that battle. We'll probably watch the quote-unquote front here with Stephen Goldner and Jacob Mossau in the restart. But for the next couple laps after they get rolling, we'll drop back here and we'll let you watch these legend cars. I keep calling them classic cars. They're called classic cars where I'm from in Pennsylvania, but they call legend cars here on iRacing, so very similar in body, and why I keep using the wrong name here.
Caution, yellow flag.
Little trouble here in the back of the pack, looking like. Let's see if we can't speed this up here. Looks like Steven Bixler just trying to catch up to the green there. Just you see him goose it up there in the tack, and that's all it took. It was gone. That's going to be our caution here. Meanwhile, Stephen Goldner up front. I normally don't mind a couple cautions, but you don't like this as a leader. You want to be able to establish a rhythm, and just gives Mossau a bunch of chances to be able to catch him on a restart. But Goldner does another great job picking up, and let's see if he gets some good exit here. He does. In the middle of 3 and 4, he just pulls away a little bit more. Looks like we do have a battle heating up a little bit for that dirt midget. I mean, that seems like it's the show here, not to put the classic cars on, but Krupa and Cullen just throwing sliders back and forth. Cullen looking on. We get contact for the lead of the midgets. But no harm, no foul. They both keep it going. And, they're buddies. They're probably laughing it up. They're racing hard. They're having fun. Let's go back here. Let's take a look at it. Joe Musau. Joe Canellis really trying to get a good run here coming out of the corners. And, you got to try to do it quick, because if a caution would come out here soon, Stephen Goldner, these lap downs are going to matter. It will affect the overall length of the race. And now, as you see, they're getting lapped. So Joe's going to want to try to go up there and get him as quick as he can. But he's being the nice guy here. He's moving up out of the way and really letting the 305s go. But that's going to cost him some time, as you see. Take a look at what we got going on here. You could still put those two under a blanket. I mean, Cullen and John, I don't know if they're listening to me, boys, but keep it up. You're putting on a show. You guys are the show of the broadcast right now. I mean, they're clean passes. They're really setting themselves a good standard. Oh, and then I jinxed Cullen. Gets a little sideways, trying to drive it in hard. We'll see if he can come back and make a run of this thing. Oh, Krupa getting into it. Oh, and it looked like Cullen maybe got a little sideways too. Let's see what happened here. Let's go full speed. I think this was maybe when we saw him get sideways, so might have found the wrong thing here. Yeah, let's try that. Let's ride on board very well. Oh, contact with Cullen Johnson sent him off into the pits. Maybe tough for Cullen Johnson. He was really up there running his teammate. That's going to mix things up. But as the pace truck pulls off, we got one to go. Or no, one to go. One to green, 9 laps to go here as Stephen Goldner leads him to the green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Steven, another good jump here. I guess when we were watching that other, Shreves must have got around the Moose stand somehow for second as we got a step out of it. It looks like Shreves maybe going to think about putting the pressure on Goldner here. This is the closest we've seen anybody beat a Goldner all race. Back here, we got a battle for a street stock classic. We'll think of it eventually. The legend cars, my gosh, I don't know why that's a tongue twister for me. But, Joe Musow basically been leading the legend car race. Canellas is giving him a little, here and there, a little trouble, but it just seems like he's kind of in his own. Let's go on board here and see what happened for the caution. Oh, just gets into Randy Shreves, and Randy's going to go around. Oh, contact again, Krupa. And it's going to be your caution. So our leaderboard is, there we go, it's updating. We're showing Randy Shreves out front. I knew that couldn't have been right after you left. So Golden is still going to be out front. Moose is going to be in second, it's looking like. There's all these things go through an update. John Coop is going to be your midget leader right now, and Joe Musow is going to be your legend car. Another good start for Golden. Good job there. It's going to go hook up the bottom. You just think there must not be enough around the top too long around until you have the motor wound up. You got to get the motor wound up, and now you'll see him go back to the high side. Let's go back and take a look at Cullen Johnson and see if we can. John Krupp has got a pretty big lead on him. We'll see Joe Canellas if he can do anything. Oh, nope, and that's going to be our checkered flag here. So it's looking like Stephen Goldner is going to be your overall winner and your 305 winner. John Krupa is going to be your midget winner tonight. And Joe Musow is going to be your legend car winner tonight. Let's go back. Hey, John, this is Zach in the booth, man. You got a copy? Oh, never mind. He just went out. Yo, hey, John, Zach in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Hi, Zach. I got you loud and clear, buddy.
Well, hey, man, it looked like you and Cullen were having a lot of fun out there, throwing sliders back and forth. We were watching it on the broadcast a little bit. Tell us about it.
Oh God, it was a blast. I've never had such a hard time trying to keep the inside line. That's the only way to stay ahead. Uh, it Luckily he's a great, teammate and a lot of fun to race. So we swapped paint a little bit, but navigating through traffic in those cars, honestly, some of the most fun I've had on the iRacing service.
Yeah, it definitely looked like you guys were having fun out there. We happened to, I think I saw you guys getting together three or four times. We caught them all on the broadcast. It was at perfect timings. It was a really good show tonight, and it was awesome seeing you and Cullen race that hard, like you said. Meanwhile, while navigating traffic, and I mean, you guys did it cleanly. That was awesome. Got anybody you want to thank on the win tonight, John?
Absolutely. I'd love to thank my teammates for sticking with me this long, and having the opportunity to help them. I'd like to thank my dad, mom, family, friends, and fans back home in New York. I'd also like to thank my fur friends, fur family, my pets.
Not
And
not to interrupt you, John, but do we have
yeah,
a Christopher Krupa in your family?
that's my dad.
Yeah, he seems like a happy man. He's talking in the broadcast. Got a big smile on his face. It seems like so. So you made your dad happy tonight. Good for you, John.
Oh, thank you very much. He's sat through and suffered through a lot of unfortunate races for me, so I'm happy I was able to pull it off for him.
Yeah, I've had that same shoe on my foot for a long time too, John. It is nice when you get up here and you get to run good for once. Well, congratulations, man. And you're going to be running the street stock race next?
I believe so. I'm looking forward to that too.
Cool deal, man. Well, hopefully I get to talk to you again, and good luck.
We'll see. Thank you, Zach.
Was John Krupa your legend car winner tonight? Let's go ahead and let's give a shout out to the Moose Man here. Let's pull him up here. Hey, Joe, Zach in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, dude, we didn't have you guys on the broadcast too much tonight because it seemed like this guy's got a lap down, and I mean you kind of walked away with it, but I did have you on there a little bit, but I mean if correct me if I'm wrong, but I think last year in week 13 you ran these on the oval, and I believe you kicked everyone's butt in these then too, didn't you?
Yeah. I just like running the legends. They're slow, but they're a blast to drive.
Hey, dude, you almost took the words right out of my mouth. I said that earlier. They are a little slow, but I mean, dude, you know as well as I do. You get it in that slick on exit, and they are a handful. So these things are fun. They're by no means pedal to the metal, hammer down, just turn left. You've got to know how to drive this, and you showed all those guys that. I mean, you significantly faster lap time than anybody else in your class, and I mean, you put it on them, dude.
Yeah, it was a handful on the exit, but yeah, I'm just happy to stay stay first and not wreck or crash because there's a couple times I almost sent it to the infield. So just happy I didn't wreck myself out of first.
Yeah, man, you did a good job of staying out of the way of the faster cars and getting around the slower ones. So, who do you want to thank on this win tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Fast Eddie's Hot Rods, Main Street Auto, all my GKM teammates, uh, you guys for a great broadcast. Broadcast. Congrats on your first broadcast, by the way. You're doing a great job, and
Appreciate it.
coast to coast for a great league to race in.
Well, hey, man, we love having you in the league, and definitely, when you're racing with someone like you and you can keep up with someone like you, it's good for the rest of us to be around the fast guys. So we appreciate you being here, and you're going to run the street stock race next?
Oh yeah, I'm already loaded up. Thank you.
Well, hey, man, good luck, and hopefully I talk to you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Joe Massow, your legend car winner tonight. Let me pull Stephen Goldner up here in the booth. Hey, Steven. Zach in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, dude, you pretty much put it on him. You got to the high side when you wanted it. I mean, you had a little battle there. It seemed like after restarts, but I mean, did you think the same as me? Once it went green flag, I mean, you pretty much pulled away once you could get momentum up.
Yeah, I think Randy probably had something for me there. He was pretty good on the bottom. I couldn't really hit it like he could. But the top was pretty good. I didn't know for a while that it was an open set, so I was kind of trying to get something figured out in practice. Kind of ran out of time, but it was still a real good car with what we had. So it was a fun race. Really tricky to get through the lap traffic there, but overall it was a good race.
Oh yeah, that's neat to know. Honestly, I didn't know they were open setups either, so that's news to all of us. So it's neat you could throw something together in that quick a time and be that fast, man. You got anybody you want to thank on the win?
Yeah, I got to thank all the guys at Bandy built. You for the broadcast, Velocity Race Designs, Dirt Doctor Trucking, Fits Perfect Photography, Luna Racing Engines, Roger, and everyone with Coast to Coast Racing Leagues.
Well, Stephen, congratulations on the win. Are we going to see you again in the street stock race?
Oh yeah, we're just getting ready to load in here.
All right, man. Go out there, give them hell. Hopefully, I talk to you again.
All right, thank you.
And that's Stephen Goldner, your 305 winner tonight. Well, we're going to go to take a quick break here, and we will be back after a word from our messages, or a short message from our sponsors. And thanks again for joining us tonight on SJRN. Really enjoy having you.
How about the reverse for Lucy Olsen? She has her first point.
Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
We are coming back here live on the Slide Job Racing Network. I'm Zach Chapman, bringing you the Tuesday night fun run here at Coast to Coast Racing League for week 13. So we are going to have some fun in this race. This is what we call our enduro class. You're not going to see anybody, I don't want to speak too soon. We shouldn't see anyone taking anyone out too crazily in this one. You're obviously going to see contact. You're going to see people running people in the wall, spinning people out. Shouldn't really see anybody going backwards. You see the guys practicing out here. They're having a lot of fun. So we will be running a 50-lap enduro race. And then at the end of the enduro, I believe they're going to have the people that still have a running machine. We're going to meet in that bull ring in the center, and we're going to duke it out. We're going to have a demo derby. So don't go anywhere right after this race is over tonight. We should have a show on for you. As you can see, Barry Goldner practicing hitting the car sitting still. It's an art. You don't want to disable your car, but you want to disable theirs. It's going to be a lot of fun here tonight. You're going to see no black flags, no penalties whatsoever. You're going to see speeding in the pits to hurry up and get in and out if they have have damage. See everyone take the gloves off tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. You see guys, just like I say, just having fun. That's what this is about tonight, and you see it. Nobody's going to get mad about anything like that as you see John Rayner turn around there. Who's in the pizza machine? Is that John Krupa? Yes, it is. Making me hungry. I didn't eat dinner tonight. Thanks, John. Let's see what's going on with the professor here. Let's give you an onboard here before we'll just give you a view of the track here before it start getting too hectic. They're actually ready to say that he's coming up on something might get pretty hectic. As you can see, when you're going for that quick time, you're just trying to keep it down on the bottom, straight as you can. John's trying to pick up the throttle, full throttle as quick as he can. You hear him rolling back into it now, and once that wheel's straight, it's time to go. But as practice is going to be over here, I believe, yeah. So there's no qualifying. We're just going to go straight to the show. Like I say, 50 laps, and this is going to be nothing but mayhem, and, that's what we want. This is week 13, and this is what the fans have been asking for. So if you're watching on the broadcast, and you're a fan of any of these 12 drivers, go ahead, give us a shout in the chat who you're rooting for. But let's read off this grid here real quick. Starting in row number 1, we've got Brandon Templeton and Randy Shreves. Row number 2, Stephen Golden and Jacob Mossow. Row number 3, Joe Mossow, John Hine. Row number 4, Stephen Bixler and Barry Goldner. Row number 5, John Rayner and John Krupa. And rounding out the field in row number 6, we've got Roger Craig and Cullen Johnston. Everyone knows it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And if you think in this enduro, you're going to start where you finish, good luck to you. The only one really hoping for that's Brandon Templeton right now. But got a huge target on his back leading this field going off into turn 1. Pace truck is off. We're rolling slow, going through 1 and 2. Brandon's going to find that pace speed. He's going to hold this field up, and as soon as we get those green lights, Brandon's going to put the hammer down. Slow it down, low and slow, ready to go. And the green flag is out here at Kern County. Ooh, we've already got a car playing strategy diving down in the bottom. Try to watch up front what's going on here. Brandon Templeton out front. Just really trying to increase his lead, but you don't want to increase your lead so much that you get in lap traffic here. Let's go to the battle for second. It's John Hine trying to catch Randy Shreves here. They were 3 wide for a little bit there on lap 1 and 2. Contact back through the field. Barry Goldner and somebody getting into it. John Krupa in the pizza machine, just trying to keep that thing clean right now. He knows to survive this thing, you've got to make it through these first couple laps. You don't want to go a lap down real early because in these enduros, no cautions. So if you've got to repair that car, it's going to cost you a lot. As you see Stephen Goldner stuck in the wall in that pink machine. Big wreck, big wreck. Oh man, contact all over the place. Is Brandon Templeton trying to get by John Rayner, trying to put him a lap down, but Rayner will have to see how nice he's going to be in that salty dog machine. Not really going to go in there and overdrive it. So Brandon Templeton's going to walk away. Oh, but we got Cullen. Must have had some damage in the Barbie machine. Yeah, it seems like that right front might be going. Yep, looks like it. He's going to have a fun time getting in the pits. That right front's completely sideways as we got wrecking going on all over the track here. Brandon Templeton just trying to survive, make it through. Got a smoke screen in front of him. Let's go on board here. Got a 3.5 second gap over Randy Shield. Car's wrecking in front of him. The pizza machine's in the wall. The Stephen Goldner. Brandon Templeton's loving this. Nobody's going after him. They're just wrecking all around him. You see Stephen Goldner's bumper there was laying up in the middle of turn line 2. Meanwhile, we got John Hine up to 3rd place. He's got about a 1.5 gap up there to 2nd, Randy Shreves. He's really trying to work his way through lap traffic here. Barry Goldner sideways down across the track. Stephen Goldner getting it into John Rayner, it looks like. Oh, Brandon Templeton, what happened to him? No longer our leader. Let's see if we can find what happened to Brandon Templeton. Let's go back here and look at this replay here. Let me see if I can't get this full speed here quick for us. Oh, just contact. Oh, and then run into again. Brandon Templeton, like I say, not sure if, you definitely want to be the leader, but not always the best time to be the leader right there. Should be back here live. Sorry about that. Let's see if we can get this thing back up here for us. Sorry, I'm having trouble bringing this thing back up to live here for us. I'm trying to work on this. Give me a second. Sorry about the technical difficulties there. You guys probably saw the iRacing background. Couldn't get the timing to jump it back to live. I had to do it the old-fashioned way here. Coming up on lap 20, Randy Shreves is now our leader. But as you see, nobody's going to make it easy on the guy. Stephen Goldner comes up, gets into him. Oh, and he gets run into from Stephen Bixler. Stephen Bixler shoving him through turn 3 and 4 and pushes him the whole way around and ends up parking on him. Didn't realize Randy ordered curbside service, but Steven making sure, he gets a good customer service rating, riding him the whole way through the corner there. He's got a 10-second gap on your guy in second place here, John Hine. Stephen Goldner slowly reeling in John Hine in third place, but as I say that, he was reeling in John, but he must have had damage. Felt like he had to pit. He's going to pull in and pit here. John Hine still rolling around second at that gap. It's Randy Shreves is about to lap him. So, I mean, that's your first and second place there, but in opposite order on our screens is Randy Shreves coming around to lap our second place car as we're not even at the halfway point. Coming up on lap 23 of 25. Oh, as we see a car go backwards. Oh, my Lord. Brandon Templeton head on. We're going to need to pray for Brandon. Randy just doing the smart thing, driving real slow, but he doesn't want to let the Moose man come up behind him. Here's Joe Moose out, really setting your sights on that leader. He knows that if him or anybody else want a chance at this W, that they need to go get him. As you see, he went for it. He went for it, but the wall paid for it. Oh, it's Roger Craig. He must have done a good job there of getting in front of your leader, Randy Shreves. The gap to John Hine cut down now to 15 seconds. As we all remember, he was about to lap him, and I mean he's gapped him about a corner now as Randy's just trying to survive. But the Moose man is right there on Randy, and I mean, like I say, you always want. Oh, Randy Shreves, hold on, brother. I think he might be somebody's missing a tire. It's not Randy. The thing is still driving somehow. I don't know how. It is on driving. John Hine, your second place car, needing to pull off in the pits. He's got damage. Randy Shreves. Oh, the Moose man parking in front of your leader. I have used that strategy before, and it works great. It's maybe frowned upon a little bit, but it gets the job done. As Randy Shreves, he's coming up here looking like, he couldn't get in the pits, having trouble turning the car right. And meanwhile, John Hine, he is out of the pits. He is coming out of turn 4, and we may have a lead change. Let's see here. Yeah, we do. We have a lead change. John Hine, your new leader. Brandon Templeton, he is going to be a lap down in third. Oh, my gosh. The pizza machine. Oh, backing up right in front of John Hine. Oh, hold on. Somehow that 71 still driving straight. We're a little past the halfway point, 23 to go. He's going to have to pull that thing in the pits. It doesn't look like it's going to turn for him. Let's see if we can't get a little better view of that. Oh, yeah, look at that thing. All pushed out. Well, there, I don't know. It don't look too bad. Might just had trouble turning left. Might be a rear tire. But needless to say, he thought he needed the pit. Randy Shreves now. He's got a lot of damage. Your second place car. He just passes John Hine for the lead. See where John's exiting. So it's your battle for first and second right there. And then Brandon Templeton back on the lead lap. In third place, 7 seconds behind second place John Hine. First place John Hine now. Randy Shreves needing to pit. Oh man, so much action going on right now. Brandon Templeton got the lead down to 7 seconds. And back into a stealthy second place. You remember he led to pretty much the first half of the race, even with that target on his back. But he finally got nailed. Brandon Templeton is slowly eating into that gap, though. Got it down to 5.5 seconds. As John Hine is your leader with 19 to go. He gets spun out by Roger Craig. Keeps her going straight. And no harm, no foul, but Brandon Templeton right there now. Got a second lead. You see Randy Shreves there too. You know, he wants to battle John Hine hard, but he doesn't necessarily want to, start wrecking John and end up getting wrecked, because there he is. He's in third place, about to go a lap down. So, he's hoping John and Brandon maybe get into some trouble here, and then he can make up that lap. But Your top 3 on the screen right now. Oh, it's John Hine caught up into it. Brandon Templeton, your new leader, with 17 to go. But now's when the heat really gets turned up. Everybody's looking at their relative. They're looking for the leader, and you know, Brandon, he's got to be on it. And car parts laying everywhere. It's a junkyard around this track. Right on board with B-Temp here. Oh, must have some damage, but with 15 to go, I mean, you know, it's going to be tough to force him to pit. You hear it dragging, you could hear it. I mean, Brandon, he's just trying to stay out of trouble. As you see, coming up on the car here, let's give you a better view. Let's go up in the blimp. See what it looks like from the sky. Oh! Brandon Templeton cutting the lead down to, or John must have gotten into some trouble. Oh, he's got damage. He's up in the wall. So Brandon Templeton, you know, looking to come around and lap your second place car. It's looking like John Hine might have to pit here. Not too sure what he's going to decide to do, but yeah, he's going to pull off and try to pit. And you know, your second place car now is the lap down. Brandon's got a big target now. Looking at lap times too, Brandon does have the fastest lap of the race at a 16:03. Your second fastest lap is John Hine with a 16:27. Brandon Templeton getting caught up in it, nowhere to go. Oh, and Randy getting into him again as he should, really giving him the business. This is going to help other cars get caught up. Ooh, a lot of damage on that front end of Brandon Templeton. Oh! Oh my gosh. And somehow he basically made it out of that unscathed. All 3 of the other cars were really messed up. They were going after him for sure. And he's going to pull off. He's got a pit. He hit the tire barrier though, and it's going to definitely help John chew up some time. As John is a lap down though, I believe. So even as he goes around this time, that's only going to put him on the lead lap if he gets a chance to get by Brandon here. It does look like... No, he didn't even get his lap back. Oh, wait, no, yes he did. Never mind, I'm looking at it all wrong. Second behind, that is your battle for the lead right there. We got a second gap. There's your battle for the lead. John Hine throwing it in on Brandon Templeton with 8 to go. Little contact. Oh, Brandon Templeton shoving John Hine. Oh, Brandon Templeton getting cleaned out from behind by the 61 of Musow. Great hit by him. Just wanted to add to the highlight reel. He's going in there hunting for John Hine too, getting over the berm, getting some air. Just not enough power to finish it off, but definitely John Hine, big target on his back here, coming up on 6 to go. Cullen Johnston with a big hit in that Barbie machine. And Brandon Templeton, we got a new leader. Not sure if John had some damage, couldn't reverse it right away, but B-Temp, the new leader. With 6 to go, coming up on 5 to go here as we enter turn 3 and 4. Well, there's a parking lot in the middle of the corner. The Moose Man, yep, going to lock up the brakes. Let everybody else be able to catch up. John Hine's chewing the lead. Got it down to 6 seconds now as Brandon Templeton, big wreck there. Let's see if John Hine, he can go around the outside. Musow, big contact. John was ready for it. Wheel cranked right. As he's going to take the lead here with 5 to go. 4 to go. John Hine with a 12-second lead. Brandon Templeton just hoping somebody can get into him. That's up to 15 seconds now. Brandon's caught up in all this stuff. And John's just really trying to play with the throttle, take it easy. You got a 20-second lead here. You know, you don't need to do anything crazy. As Brandon Templeton, yeah, he did get lapped by John there. He got caught up in it. So John's got a lap lead here as he comes up on 2 to go. If he can just take the white flag before Templeton can get around him, but that's going to, a lot of damage for Hine. That's going to make that thing smoke. He's going to have to see if that thing has survived with 2 to go. 2 to go is Brandon Templeton. He's smoking too. He got the front 2 smoking. If John can take the white flag here, he should be good. If I'm looking at it correctly, because he's got everybody else a lap down. So looking at it here, John taking the white flag, basically the checkered flag for him if he can finish this out. We got the professor in the 71 coming around, pretending, doing his Zach Chapman impersonation, looking like he's smoking, rolling around out there, coming out of 3 and 4. He's got the victory joint lit. Oh, did the motor just blow up? The motor just blew up for John Hine. What does this mean? What does this mean? We're going to have to wait for these official results. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. The checkered flag was in the air, but John Hine blew up in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Oh my gosh, what had happened out here? What happened out here? We are going to have to wait for confirmation. I am still seeing John Hine on the boards. Let's pull up the iRacing. Let's pull up the cheat screen here. I don't like to do this. I like to keep it real with the broadcast. But let's pull up this cheat screen. Let's see what this is telling us here. All right, so you're seeing it there. It's telling us John Hine with the win, Barry Goldner second place, and Brandon Templeton in third. So it is going to give John the win here. And I believe now we're going to line them up here, and we're going to have a little bit of a demo derby like I was talking about. So let's make this look good again. Bring it back up here. I don't see John in Discord anymore, so I don't think we'll be interviewing the winner tonight. I'm not too sure if he even thought he won or not. But he did get the W from what I'm seeing. Wait, he just came back. Let me see if I can pull him up here real quick. Hey, John, Zach in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I do, man. What's up?
Hey, dude. Congratulations on the win. Wasn't sure if how iRacing was going to pull that out. I thought since you had everyone a lap down, I said on the broadcast, I thought if you could get to the white flag even when you were smoking, no matter what, you were good to go, and it proved to be that way.
You're kidding me. I didn't even fit. I got to turn 4 and Templeton nailed me and blew my motor, and then I didn't make it to the start-finish line.
No, but like I say, they were a lap down, so that was the final flag, and whenever they came out, it just made them be on the lead lap with you. So you locked up the win tonight.
Oh my God, that actually says that. Well, I screwed up the podium picture then. I didn't even stick around. I thought I was done.
Yeah, that's what I said on the broadcast. I was like, he probably thought he didn't get it since he got blown up. But yeah, it was a hell of a race, man. You had a target on your back for a lot of it. You and Brandon Templeton were going back and forth. But did you have fun out there?
Yeah, I mean, those are what they are, you know. I mean, it's not real racing, but I haven't been on a whole lot racing here lately. So, you know, I just trying to go through the paces. I'm going to try to get back here to running full-time with C2C and actually running just more and iRacing all together here right after Christmas and all that. So, yeah, I'm flabbergasted. I won that race. Yeah, man, wow.
Yeah, dude, I'm happy for you, and I'm really glad on my first night of doing this that I got to call your win. You know, no secret here. Everybody knows you're probably my favorite person in this league, and you've done a lot for me to get me where I'm at, and I owe you a lot. So it was awesome to be able to call your win. And you got anybody you want to thank on it tonight?
Oh yeah, I just man, it's been a while since I've done this. Hope I can remember here. But first, I'll thank my Gamma teammates, you, Steven, everybody. You know, I haven't been around a whole lot on track and whatnot, but you guys have stuck with the team, and I cannot thank you enough, because I know when we all get back together here and start doing all this, probably a little bit more, we have so much fun together. So thank you guys, and want to thank my wife for letting me do this, Roger for throwing this thing together, and I guess want to thank everybody that showed up for this. You know, I mean, there's no points, nothing really on the line here, just a group of guys that, you know, just want to have a little bit of fun here. So, pretty cool deal.
Yeah, for sure, man. It was great having you back, and we definitely look forward to you being around more this year, and hopefully I can call a couple more of your wins here. But congratulations on the win, and we'll talk to you later here, John.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
That's John Hine, your winner there. We got Barry Goldner here in the waiting room. We'll pull him up. Hey, Barry. Zach in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yep, go ahead.
Hey, well, you know, you pulled that second place out. There was a while. I don't know if you go back and look at the broadcast. I thought maybe you were going to be able to win because John Hine blew up and never got to actually finish the race. But I guess with him trapping you guys the lap down, it gave him the win. But that was exciting. Was it as fun in the car as it was to watch?
Yep, it's always fun. I enjoy these races. If I could only do that well on Monday nights, I'd be ecstatic.
Amen, Barry. Once you figure out the secret for that, you send it my way too, because those sprint cars, man, they can be frustrating. Steven, he needs to share his success with us.
Yeah, well, he tries, but I just can't run nothing he can run, so I just have to work with what I got, I guess.
Hey, man, well, it is what it is. You did a great job tonight. Congratulations on the second place. You got anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank Roger and Coast to Coast for putting on that. That was fun. It's nice to get out and, you know, get a little frustration out once in a while. Bandy Bill and RK Automotive.
Well, like I said, Barry, congratulations on the second place, and it was awesome having you out here. It was a lot of fun to watch, and hopefully we get you in the podium here a couple more times this season.
I hope so. Thank you. You have a great night.
Yeah, you too, Barry. Well, guys, that's going to do it for your interviews. I said we had this demo derby thing here. I'm a little slow on the stick, so I noticed probably a couple times we didn't have a car on track, but as you can see, they're still out here. I mean, they're beating the heck out of each other. We got Roger upside down right now. Let's see who else we got out here. We got John Krupa in the pizza machine. Let's go on board with him. I click Scenic is on board. There we go. Gonna try the old reverse method. I think maybe we go to the bumper. There he goes, flipping him back over. Got a good view, just saying hello to Roger there, I think. Hopefully they flip him back over soon, or all the blood's going to beat to his head. Let's just go take a look. He's just sitting down upside down. They're trying to get him over. So I think you're to the point where you can't reset after this. Oh, big hit. Shrees and Cohen. That Barbie machine just refuses to stop. The left front tire, it's just basically non-existent. It's just hanging on. Oh, it's Roger blew up. The inside couldn't get back over. Let's see, it's survival out here. We're gonna have to see who the last man standing is. Cullen Johnson still using that front end to hit. It's basically gone. Bixler's using the rear end. That's what I'd be doing. Big hit by Krupa. You can't even tell that thing used to have pizza on it. Just the sheet, just a car of sheet metal now. Oh, let's check out the blimp. Oh, is Krupa, can he get back over? No. Is that it for the pizza machine, or will his teammate get him back over? Cullen gonna hit him. Oh, Randy Shreves. Did Randy Shreves just blow himself up hitting that wall? I think he did. We just watched it. Randy Shreves no longer moving. The car is done. We're down to 2. Who do we got? Cullen Johnson and the Salty Dog, Steven Bixler, the mayor of Clarence, Iowa, I believe, out here representing. He's looking for the perfect lineup here. Oh, Cullen did a good job of avoiding it. Well, you're seeing it. Yep, this is Steven Bixler needs to line it up to the front end. Almost. That's how you're going to ruin someone. Get that timing screen out of the way. I always forget I can do cool stuff like that. As we watch these two tee off on each other. See who the last man standing is. Oh, Bixler with a big hit on the wall. That ain't going to make the track guys happy. Oh, good hits on Cullen. We've seen him play cat and mouse. Nobody wants to get hit on the front end right now. We are just, I mean, this is a true demo derby here. I think we'd maybe start the countdown here in a little bit, but I think we're gonna go until somebody's broke. Let's see as we go over to Cullen Johnson here. That car, I can't believe that thing's still going. Let's check out some of the damage on that car. Trying to get a good view of these guys here, but we don't have any cameraman stationed in turn 3 and 4 tonight, so I'm gonna go over. Looks like we're gonna have to check this blimp out here. It's looking like they both might be stuck, so I'm not sure who is gonna be declared your winner tonight, but if you're still here, we really appreciate you all for hanging out this long with me. It was awesome broadcasting the C2C Fun Week here. Hopefully you'll be back with us next week, back with me on Thursday nights, I believe I'm doing, and hopefully I can put on some good action for you guys this year. But on behalf of everyone at Side Job Racing Network, I'm Zach Chapman, and I'd just like to say so long and enjoy your evening. Everyone from coast to coast, we all thank you for being here with us tonight. Take it easy.